How big of a fan she is. So it'll be really fun. It's a pleasure.
Thank you again. Thank you.
I've got to get this on a trailer and get it shipped out.
Thank you.
Would?
All right.
You still
No
don't give
hugs?
me no damn hug, Would?
No hugs.
You like the hug for too long.
We don't see eye to eye.
All right, let's go back in the air
Check out some of this
conditioning.
49 stuff.
Oh, thank you again. Thank you.
I've got to get this on a trailer and get it shipped
Thank
out.
you.
Would?
All right.
You still
No
don't
hugs?
give me no damn hug, Would?
No hugs.
You like the hug for too long.
We don't see eye to eye.
All right, let's go back in.
Hello everyone, this message is to remind you to donate on Loots to Destiny.
Thanks, guys.
I'm using that platform to release my erotica. Bonus meme, gashigasm.
Red corner, we've got Insane Zane, who's 21 years of age, 225 pounds, 5'11", and Zane is a barroom bouncer. Now, here is the Shadow. Don.
Oh, the Shadow. He says he's developed this new fighting system where he can dodge punches.
Even from Insane Zane here, huh?
Oh, anybody. He says he's trained by doing light jogging, he does weightlifting, he does hiking, he meditates, and he dodges cars at busy intersections. Well,
And this is the training regimen for this elusive fighting technique?
well, part of it, he said. Now, Insane here is a bouncer from the prairies, says he fights upon instinct. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about this guy. He's going to put his videos up for sale, his training techniques. He said if people can learn how to fight this way, they'll never get hit and they can take out their opponent. Well, here it goes. Oh, big bomb by the bouncer, another one. Nice elusive moves. I see that working. He's got his hands down. Oh, now he's on the run. He's really on the run. he's using the referee for a shield. Maybe that's what he means by elusive. I'll hide behind the ref. Oh, look at that. From corner to corner, rope to rope. Maybe
I think that's the problem, Don.
there's ropes in the way. The ropes are in the way. He can't maneuver now. Oh, nice footwork, too. He's
down. Oh.
Let's look at it. Which way did it come from? Where did it come from? I wonder what's going through his mind right now. My video sales are
video
dead.
sales
My
are-
video sales will die.
They will.
He says, what's he saying there? Do we have some bugs to work out of this? Here's the problem.
Is this like Fight
the
Club?
ropes were in the way. You know, John, if he didn't have those ropes, look at this. He could have just kept right on boogieing.
But this technique could work in an open field.
Look how he
Don.
rolls, though. He slits right
behind
the
ref,
referee.
Right behind the ref.
Gets behind him quickly.
So
And look at the ref. Look at
So
the ref.
if you were in a field of cows doing this, you'd be quite safe.
Again, Shadow
Slow.
is... Yeah,
Backwards. In
Doesn't look
motion,
too-
Don.
doesn't look-
That was it? In an open field. Ned. Cam girls on Twitch.
All right. Holy Pericola, thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you for the thank you so much, Holy Pericola, for this. Oh, look at all the metal chairs. They're on the ground. Hold on, Holy Pericola. Thank you so much.
So this guy does this like full time now?
Thank you so much for 2 months. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go ahead and I fixed my metal chairs. They all came tumbling down. I had to fix them. Don't worry, Holy Pericola, it's coming. Holy Pericola.
There he goes. We got him. We got him. Let's go this way. Okay, we lost him. He ran right by us. That was perfect. So how we doing, boys?
Still giving away real knives. Just pay shipping. hobanco.com/destinyworth.
I think you can actually put the URL in there, buddy, and it'll work.
We gotta do it nice and slow. Don't be a glitter bomb. Don't be a glitter bomb. Slow.
Breakfast.
Oh my god, there's a spring.
Breakfast.
Oh my god.
Breakfast.
The robot lady doesn't say URLs? Oh, I guess.
Everything was so nice, man. Everything was good.
Breakfast.
Alright, last few.
Emily, I'm gonna burn something. I'm gonna screw you gently. I'm gonna hump you sweetly. I'm gonna ball you discreetly. And then I'll say, hey, I bought you flowers. And then you'll say, wait a minute, turkey. I think I got something in my teeth. Can you get it up for me? That's fucking teamwork. What's your favorite position? That's cool with me. It's not my favorite, but I'll do it for you. What's your favorite dish? I'm not gonna cook it, but I'll order it from Zanzibar. And then I'm gonna love you discreetly. And then I'll fucking fuck you discreetly. And then...
Hey, will you marry me? No. What?
Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue.
Okay. Where's Mike's spam out? Trump's daughter has full security clearance in the White House and like a nondescript job or some shit, right? Okay. Guys, the Lauren Southern diaper thing is a really funny meme. If you want to meme on people with it, go for it, but it's not actually her. You know that's photoshopped, right? Don't be fucking retarded. Wait, why are these threads 404ing? Are the people in poll actually deleting the threads?
Just like Pokemon Sun, she's a player of the League of Legends. Just like Pokemon Sun, she's a player of the League of Legends, Little Nightmare, Destiny, and Dark Souls 3. Destiny. I play Destiny. She's a live streamer for multi-games.
Okay.
She's
Alright, what's up, my dudes? How we doing? Remember this? Is this Trump tweeting about how he thinks... Oh. Except he did, but okay. Nice lie. Wait, I've always seen the scene, but never the explanation. Hold on, I want to see this real quick.
Hey, we're looking at the this scene from Contact, which I've noticed on Facebook a lot recently, and people wondering how the hell it was done. And I thought I'd put a tutorial together just to show you how you do something like this. It's an incredible shot, and just the way it kind of comes out of the mirror.
How's the app coming? I think I got the master service agreement in my inbox as of an hour or two ago. I just have to look it over tonight, and then... Oh, I'm going to TwitchCon for sure, Harkton. You should come too, okay?
There and makes that impossible shot. So I decided to recreate it here. So here's my wife coming up the stairs, and she walks into the bathroom and up to the mirror, and that would be one shot. And then what we did was we filmed the mirror and pulled away from that and opened it up as two separate shots. What I did then was track the motion of the movement of the mirror and then overlaid the footage with the tracking data on top so that it would match the movement of the mirror. I then masked out the mirror so that we could make that see-through. Then reversed the original shot and scaled it to the size that would fit the mirror and shifted it to the side so the mirror movement would match. And here we see the final one all composited together. So here you see both shots side by side as a comparison. So yeah, that's how it's done. Let me know if there's any other shots you'd like me to explain.
Wow.
What? Oh, okay, whatever.
Tommy gun. Wow. Wow, get fucked by a Tommy gun. I died to a fucking... He's up the stairs. Oh, he's behind you, actually.
What the
He missed those shots right behind. I'm gonna clip that.
What?
Fucked by a Tommy gun.
I died to a fucking... He's up the stairs. Oh, he's behind you, actually.
What the
Peaceful.
Oh, I already know what this is. God damn. God damn.
He doesn't seem like a very bright guy.
Thank you, Stin1, for the sub. Welcome to the cringe crew.
What the fuck?
Okay.
He doesn't seem like a very...
This is so stupid. Stin1, what did you do to him? That's shit posting. So this is so fucking stupid. Why? Why? Fight for your rights. Are the Swedish fans revolting? Most punches in 1 minute. World record.
Hey, I'm good, dude.
So how what are you doing?
I got a bit of practicing.
What are you doing?
I was practicing, sorry.
What?
Sorry.
Dude, I can punch so fucking fast.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking fast, wasn't it? Stronger than see that sub, buddy.
I can throw. Yeah, it's fast. No, like it's got to be full. Your fist has to go back to your chest and out.
Tyler,
I'll go. How many? How many did you get? And is there a time frame?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna get a drink of water and then we'll do some Divinity Sin's original evolution Bible shit.
KY's whichever mod keeps putting chat and emote only.
Who's donating shit? Are you talking shit to my people? Okay, so whichever mod keeps putting chat and emote only. What? Who's doing it? Fuck off. Oh, I saw this.
Do it. Hey. Can anyone, if you have a link to this, can you post it on my Twitter? Like, in the fucking, replies, please? Someone? It won't let me post it to Twitter, and I know a lot of people wanted to see it. I mean, this is nothing special, but if you have the link, just reply to my tweet I just tweeted so people can watch this, I guess. Show us him sleeping. No. Look at how bandits fur. Look at this shit. What the fuck? Say it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna say it. Talk louder. Okay. He's sleeping now. Hi, Matt. Yeah, I'm going. And it looks dusty. Okay, I cleaned some of it, but I just cleaned this, so there's not much. There's just like glass everywhere because he threw it. Poor Emmett. This broke. Yeah. And the chair. Shit, my phone's gonna die already. Are you serious? This might die right now. What the fuck? This is such a scuff phone. There's a chair. And his setup's okay. Obviously, he didn't really do anything with this. But then I have the exact same setup over here, and it's completely gone. So, yep. Yeah, it's just my desk. I don't even know where the computer is, like the actual computer. Oh my god, this is a part of it.
This was after he lost a game or lost promos or something?
But yeah, that's basically it. I mean, there's not much more to show. Yeah. Oh, there's the chair. There's the chair. Rip. And obviously, this wasn't used, so.
The punching bag remains untouched.
Okay, I think that's it. He's sleeping, I'm not showing him. And this one's gonna die, because it's scuffed. But, yeah. Okay. I think that's it. So, Emmett, do you want to say bye? Say bye, Emmett. Oh, Emmett.
Okay, we talked to the kid dude. He didn't have shit to say. Cause he's fucking Garbo. I don't think I can go into the water here at all or do anything. Nope. I don't know what the fuck.
I thought the order would get rid of any trace of the old Source King.
Source.
This
Sorry.
statue must be 1,000 years old. Wonder how much longer it'll last.
The first men.
This statue must be 1,000 years old. Wonder how much longer it'll last. This statue must be 1,000 years old. Wonder how much longer it'll last.
Wait, try and get shit from the water? Like what? I'm holding Alt, I can't see anything. Can I not, there's no way to run? Nope. Oh, we're not going up here, I guess. Oh yes, I love whisperwood. And sticks. And barrels.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They've made it to shore.
Wait, so I can't... This means I can't sneak for shit, I'm guessing? I have to start all the way back here? What the fuck? If I end my turn, do I like... Do I get to keep this AP for next round?
I know you.
Dude, the bugs can talk? He can move and attack? What the fuck? Oh, I do get to keep my shit. Hell yeah. Okay, so how does this work? Cripple the target with too low and all characters around it. Oh, so only around the monster that I attack. I understand. They have to be like directly adjacent to it. Probably just want to double attack this guy then. Wait, did I just crippling blow this guy? God damn it. Wow, that failed when chain CC'd. Just kidding. Holy shit, this thing just like fucking... Could I die here? Deals 9 to 10 physical damage. When it says 9 to 10 physical damage, is that more than my normal attack? I'm gonna die this turn if I don't kill him. This all-in thing sucks. Use all-in? Okay, should I ban Breathy Whisper from chat? Can I get some people that actually play? He just said to use all-in. If I use all-in, I only have one action. That's fucking retarded, right? That guarantees that I die, right? I have 0% chance of killing with all-in, right? Or am I missing something? Okay, fuck off. Don't say retarded shit. I'm pretty sure I just have to attack him twice and then hope that I kill him, right? Can I use this restoration scroll? I'm gonna die.
I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay.
Oh, you could cripple and run. That's true. That's what I should have done. Duration 6 turns? What is why? Because it boosts my... Does it boost my shit for 6 turns? Use the bedroll? Oh wait, what? Can you just use it infinitely? Is there any reason to have multiple bedrolls? They get an attack of opportunity? Oh shit, you're right. My bad. Yeah, I need to examine them for an opportunity.
Drowned and eaten by a Voidwoken. I wonder in which order.
Multiple characters need multiple bedrolls. There are beds nearby, don't waste the bedroll? Wait, how am I wasting it? Does it have a durability or something? Am I like using this up? Loot the dude? Wait, didn't I loot the dude? What are you talking about? This guy? I already looted him. Why are people saying shit if they don't know? I shouldn't be asking shit anything. I'll just figure it out on my own, I guess. Half of you fuckers have apparently never played this game before. Fuck.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep.
I'm glad to see he survived the shipwreck. Smart could tell him his slave has come to report for duty. I'm glad you survived, buddy.
The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dreadful hole. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Nevertheless, one good turn does deserve another, so as far as the whole slave business is concerned, let's just forget about it.
Wow.
You may as well have your freedom. Now then, if there's nothing further, if you really must know, I haven't quite decided yet. I've a frightful amount of things on my mind, hence my standing here contemplating the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean?
Childhood days spent in the sun.
Memories.
Wow.
Quite so.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities, and shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost. Of course, it's rather specific. Quite obviously, I'm musing over the very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am?
No.
Oh, may the seven have mercy on their own creation.
The light of the seven? Oh shit. Do you think his kingdom was lost when the sept was destroyed?
I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World Tamer, the spouse of the sun.
That's okay. Thanks, man.
Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. This and that. Tag along. Do you really mean to compare the fate of an empire to whatever foibles you seek to fix? On the other hand, I really could do with a dog's body. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship, after all. Fine, I accept. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer, one of the mystics of my kind. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company. Jolly good. So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic and, yes, even subterfuge.
So,
what say you?
He gets special attributes being a fighter? Is it best to make him a fighter, or what? Or will he be equally versed in all of these? Fighter would be a tank, right? Fighter's the same class as me. I'm a knight, not a fighter.
Hey guys, DeathCon 92 here. Destiny, you should pick up Fane over on the east side of the forest and make him a conjurer. Also, I would try avoiding more than one melee. Since you're knight, I'd get a ranger and 2 spellcasters. Lots of AoE magic in this game.
Really? Don't you want 2 tanks and then support dudes?
Finesse is a condition one should assume in any situation, from dining to discourse to dueling. What situations do you have in mind?
The fuck is a shadow blade?
Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and contempt.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, Milord. As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further ado, let us be off.
Wow, Jay, welcome to the Tier 1 Cyber Clubber. Yeah, this was really good. Might have to get more. Okay, so I check him. He gets 2 bows. Does this mean he gets 2 actions? Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Do you have, like, a limited number of arrows, or is it infinite shots? Oh, it's two-handed? Oh, I see, never mind. That's why it shows this doled out, I understand.
A black cat. A herald of wisdom in my homeland. What's this? I found something.
Hold on.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity.
What? How did I get... Hey, stop following me. Huh? Yeah, fine.
Where'd you
The
come
cat
from?
opens his mouth as if to speak, but his... The cat's eyes are clouded...
What did he just find? Why is he saying he found something? What the fuck was he referring to? Did he find like a secret passage or some shit?
Yes. Is it an audience you desire?
That grave? Oh.
I need a shovel.
Here lies a nameless inmate. May he find the peace denied him in life in the Hall of Echoes.
I need a shovel. I need a shovel.
What about Lizard Dude? Does he need a shovel?
One must put in due effort if
Nope.
one is to reap the proper reward.
Oh. Can we kill it? Opportunity attack while it's getting out of the ground? Right click it.
Destiny, I hate you so much, but goddamn, you are such a great memer.
Right click it to see what abilities it has. Examine. Physical armor. Talents undead. Wait, why did I just poison him? How did he get poisoned? Oh, so let's knock this dude down. I got 2 shots, so we should be able to kill this guy, right? He bleeds poison. So after every battle, there's no reason not to eat, right? Yeah, okay. He dropped nothing. Wait, we leveled up? Oh. Wait, this guy got a level 2? He hasn't done fuck all. That's some fucking cucking bullshit. Fuck. Okay, if I click, it's permanent, right? We can't fucking undo anything. 1 strength, 1 con. 1 point adds plus 7% vitality. Vitality is just another name for HP. You can respec everything at the end of Act 1. Okay, I don't know how long away that is, okay? Okay, finesse, we don't care. Intelligence, we're a warrior. Okay, we'll go one of these. So now we have 51 and one of these. Okay. Dual wielding. How am I dual wielding this if I'm not... Don't I have like war? Oh, I've got warfare. Warfare increases all damage. This is 6 to 7 physical. What if I find a really good shield? I don't know if I want to do dual wielding. You are two-handing, not dual wielding. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I meant two-handed. What if I find a really good shield? I don't know if I want to do two-handed. I kind of could, but like warfare does everything. You don't need a point in dual wielding to do. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. At what age do you think you'll get Nathan a cell phone? I imagine he's asking for one. No, he hasn't actually asked for one yet. I'm not sure when I'll get him. I guess when he asks for it, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do warfare. I think Lucky Charm for some good loot. Kind of like Persuasion too, though. I'll do Persuasion. Nah, I'll get one Lucky Charm. I think. Oh wait, this dude's got Lucky Charm already. Oh wait, I should be roaming with this guy then and then using him to search things, huh? Right? We'll do thievery. Okay, so this guy is doing ranged shit. Crit chance, initiative, ability to detect traps and find hidden treasure. I think we'll just do 2 in finesse for good damages. Ranged. I think I want ranged here, right? When attacking from high ground, and pyrokinetic increase all fire damage. You don't get pickpocket. Wait, isn't that... Never mind. Warfare increases all physical damage. Ranged gives 5 plus 5% physical damage and crit chance though. Okay, I'm gonna do ranged on this guy, okay? Don't level a weapon category, level in your skills because that gives you access to better abilities. Oh, so why would I ever take like ranged then? Should I always be like doing warfare and shit? Ranged only works for bows, not for skills? Oh, holy shit. Okay. We'll do warfare then. Should I get another unlucky charm? Warfare was flat damage? No, it's not. Alright, fuck it. You want Huntsman for the Ranger? 5% damage when attacking from the high ground? What if I don't have high ground, though?
The cat's eyes are clouded, its eyes clear.
Okay. Is there an easy way to switch between...
The cat's eyes are clouded...
Oh no! Is there an easy way to switch between party members? Oh, I just have to click up there. north is that way. So since this guy's got lucky, I always want to open chests with him, right? Or does lucky apply to your whole party when you're opening stuff? Keep an eye out for secret passages where Riverland is full of hidden levers, pressure plates, and mysterious hatches.
What's this? I found something.
What did you... What? Oh, over here. Another grave? Oh no, stop, sorry. Can I like prep my party? Like you move over here and then you move over here? It won't let me do that to prepare for a battle?
I don't have the right tool for digging.
Is that not possible?
I am not opposed to manual labor if circumstances require.
Unchain them? Darling bow. Oh, a better bow. And it gives +1 to our finesse skill? That's really good, isn't it? And leather armor? This looks sick as fuck. That's really good, right? So we just increased our damage by... Yeah, that's good, right? Okay, alright. Okay. So we just got that. And then... he's kind of our tanky dude, so we probably want the leather armor on him. And it gives us magic armor as well. Backpack? Open. Oh, we can put stuff in the backpack, I guess? Hit an alcove.
I wonder where this leads.
Heh, you would. Give your old shirt to the Red Prince? He's already wearing a shirt. Oh, wait, never mind. That's a garbage shirt. My bad. Okay, you don't talk to anybody because you suck. Oh, wait, but hold on. You can check this barrel out? Oh, no, wait. Fane.
As the alcove opens up, you see the same skeleton that you met on the boat before it sank. He's still not wearing his mask. He's leaning over a corpse, prodding and pulling at the skin of its face.
Bugger.
Clarice.
How on earth am I supposed to... Oh. Perhaps...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply upwards. After a few more tugs at the man's cheeks, the skeleton relents, letting the head drop to the ground with a damp thud.
Damnation. That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor? Ah! No! Stay back! Don't... Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected. It seems the human that stole my mask was rather more resourceful than I gave her credit for.
How do skeletons talk? It's fucking magic, bro.
I chased her here, but she rather seems to have given me the slip. Thus...
He turns back to the body, prodding at its face cautiously.
Why, its face, of course. What other use would I have for some rotting corpse? A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull. I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the body. I could then craft a mask to hide my bone. But as I lack such a tool...
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
Because my own was stolen from me. And the idea of being chased across Rivellon by every idiot with a torch does not appeal. Oh, get away! Monster! Hide the children!
Nobody cared who he was until he put on the mask. I like how in the beginning of the movie it made it seem like his mask was really important. Why does he wear the mask? Nobody cared who I was. But it actually, like, nobody cares about it for the rest of the movie.
You are simple beasts. And you simply do not like my... well, not my kind, but those that look like me. So, if I am to traverse this land, I will need a mask to disguise my features. Simply put, I am an Eternal, and you are not. You have my sympathies. Indeed, no one seems to have the good taste to be. My people are rather absent. At least from this realm. As for the others, well, there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my answers. Ah, well, that is the curious thing. They are clearly absent from this world, and yet they are everywhere.
You really like your Chekhov guns, don't you? Wait, isn't that like an accepted... Yeah, of course. What do you mean?
Every one of your races resembles them in some manner, and the statues you have built to your gods look remarkably familiar. Perhaps my people have ascended to some new realm, or perhaps your gods are merely a folk memory. Regardless, they are not here, but I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. I suppose, circumstances being what they are, it could be advantageous. You seem more at ease in this world than I. A guide would certainly be useful. Excellent. While we are conversing, perhaps you notice that I am rather skilled in, well, all things. Of course, the arcane arts are my little speciality, but being a brilliant wizard does not mean I cannot handle blade or bow. So, which do you require for this enterprise of yours?
Well, wizard suits you perfectly well. Ask him with an affinity for arcane arts. Didn't he just say he has an affinity for... Or is a wizard and arcane arts two separate things? A little muscle. He's literally a skeleton. Oh, just a different mage skill set?
I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Now, shall we get on? There is rather a lot to see.
Yeah, I understand. So if somebody's like, oh, I'm a skilled archer, a ranger, you can be like, oh, okay, well, what about, are you a ranger? And they'll be like, oh, well, what? And then it'll give you, like, subclasses of dexterity shit or whatever. I don't know.
Splendid. Very well.
Wow, this guy starts at level 2, even though he hasn't accomplished shit in his life. He got a small loan of 300 EXP or some bullshit. Pick up that ooze barrel and combine it with your sword for free DPS. Is that true?
The cat's eyes are clouded.
Oh, 2 more birthdays on Skype. See you guys. Deleted, deleted. It will poison the weapon, but you will heal undead enemies. Right click, select combine with... Do I have to unequip the sword to combine it with the meme or whatever? And then click combine? And this will work? How will I know? How do I know I'm not gonna like destroy the weapon or something? If it doesn't work, nothing happens? Oh, now it has poison. Did I just empty some of this, or is this still 100% full? Okay. So, with poison weapon, does this mean that I'll attack an undead, do full damage, and then heal some of it over time? Or will the whole attack do a healing damage to it because it's like a poison elemental?
Yes, by all means, let us partake in the art of conversation.
No, I don't want to talk to you. You will only heal them for 2 damage or whatever? Yeah, okay. Oh no, I fucked up. I should have investigated with him. Wooden wait. 9 magic armor? 13 physical armor? This is a shield though? So I wouldn't be able to use... I wouldn't be able to use my sword, right? No, I wouldn't. Oh shit, do I want to go up here? Hidden alcove. Wait, another hidden alcove or... Fane could use a shield? Oh yeah, wait, I'm sorry, I forgot. Is he dual wielding stabs right now? Or is this just his one staff? Oh, he was dual wielding stabs. 13 range. What, do you just auto attack? What's the point of dual wielding stabs? Does this mean, oh, it double attacks? Gotcha. Do I really want... Does he really need to double attack though? Shouldn't he be using magics? Do you see the chest? Yeah, but how do I can't get over there. Maybe there's some way to come out from that waterfall or something? Or no? Maybe you probably have to go down here first? I'm sorry, staves. With 2 wands, attacking takes more AP, does more damage. Oh. You need teleport to get it? Oh wait, do I need to level this guy up? Or does he already come? I think he already comes with the shit. Poison blocked by magic armor? Wait, are my dudes about to get poisoned? Whatever.
You hear a small whimpering sound from behind a basket. You peer behind it and find a small human child holding her knees and trembling. The child quiets and seems comforted by your presence. She looks up at you with curious eyes.
There are monsters here. Lizard ones and real ones. It's really scary. And my master was a lizard. She sent us here. Me, Ma and Pa. She was not a nice lady. Lizards aren't nice ladies.
Awkward.
It's their fault I'll never see Ma and Pa again. How do you know? You're really nice. I like you. You can have this. I found it outside, but I can't read it yet. That's next year, and then I'll learn it.
The child smiles. She starts tracing small shapes, hearts and stars, and...
Wow, thanks. What the fuck? Why do these people come up like one at a time? Can you stop?
Go. Get out. You are not welcome here. Go, man-pig.
She eyes you suspiciously.
Please. Please, just go.
Okay, well, fuck you. Okay, I can't touch any of this shit because it'd be stealing. God damn, how is she such a monster? 84 armor, 63? She's like a god. She could solo my whole party.
Leave.
What's wrong with human? Okay, what about this guy?
Go. Get out. You are not welcome here. Go. Oh. You do nothing wrong. I'm not myself. Please.
Okay, what about you?
Where is she? You go with us? Who are you? Are you from the shelter? She says nothing of another. Fear, alas. She is
Wait, why
so
does she talk to the
late.
lizard guy? What the fuck? Wait, do you trade things? Razzle dazzle grenade. What the fuck? She's just racist? Okay.
A magister offers to help us flee. Atusa. She says there are many magisters who do not agree with the bishop. She says they bring us to safety. But Atusa is overdue. She promises to come at noon. We are afraid to stay, afraid to leave. She says there is a shelter in the marshes outside the fort. She says she brings us there first. She knows a safe path. We wait for a boat, and then we go. Wherever. We make a new home. Atusa is different. She does not believe in this place.
Okay. Okay, do not click anything, or we will lose everything. Okay, I don't think I want to... Oh wait, this leads me back to where I was before? Lizards are slavers, elves are cannibal savages, dwarves are literally subhumans, and humans are meh. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna get more food, 1 sec. Hold on, what is this? Oh no, what are you doing? He forgot. Sorry, hold on. That's towards the wild? Alright, I won't go there. Hold on. I'll hide back. Yeah. Wait, did you put it in the refrigerator? What's up? So did Athene like end up walking back on all of his shit when he made that big video about how he was wrong about his approach? I didn't actually watch it, but... Wait, what happens to this guy? Sorry, one video.
Here, shut the fuck up. I'll answer the questions. You're not the fucking raid leader. Shut your fucking mouth, dude.
Oh, fuck off.
Alright, well, I'm done then. You guys have fun without me. Until your GM decides that, he's actually, you know what? Get the fuck out of my house. Go sleep with moms. Get the fuck out of my house.
Fine, I'll shut up.
No, get the fuck out of my house right now.
Okay, fine.
Get the fuck out. I'm replacing you. You're sleeping at mom's tonight. Get the fuck out of my house, you piece of shit. I'm unplugging the internet right now. Mom, you piece of shit.
Holy shit!
Are they brothers?
I'm gonna pop! Oh my god!
Pack your fucking shit. Here, shut the fuck up.
God damn. Sorry, hold on. Let me finish eating. I'll come back in. Aww.
Did you get it figured out, B?
Hey lads, we're going to be doing the Mexican wave, yeah? We get 83,000 people to do it. Just after this free kick, yeah? So, you know, I'm not sure what team is going to be doing the Mexican wave.
That way, okay. 3, 2, 1. Hey! Right, and again, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hey! It's getting better, getting better. It's getting better, guys. 3, 2, 1. Hey! Yay! Halfway through the stadium so far. 3, 2, 1. Yay! It's going. Oh, look! Keep going! It's going all the way around! It's going around, guys! Guys, it's gonna come back! It's gonna come back! It's gonna come back to us! Here it comes! Here it comes! Coming back! Here it comes! Here it comes! We started this, guys!
Wow.
É cantar qualquer coisa com
Faz
esse...
uma capela aí pra gente.
Sunday, hey, hey, boy, you're gonna wake us, baby. I only wanna wish you for someday. Essa você conhece?
Acho que é assim que fica perceptível, né? Não é? Se quando ela canta...
What do you mean technically not even a note, but a frequency? Isn't every note just a frequency? Okay.
Ô, Jorge, como é que você desenvolveu isso? É tão apurado que fica
Stop watching now.
inaudível no final.
Chega a ficar... É, porque quanto mais fica agudo, né, mais vai sumir na nota, assim, ó. Aí vai...
Holy shit. This is like 14, 15 killer? What do you think? This isn't gonna give me a thing, is it? Okay. Frequency of G4, 5? Okay, so you double the frequency to go an octave, right? It's like logarithmic or whatever. So if we start at 783.99, that's G5, right? Times 2 is G10, or I'm sorry, G6. Times 2 is G7. Times 2 is G8. Times 2 is G9. Times 2 is G10. If that's correct, this is not the note she's singing. I don't think that's right. I'm pretty sure that's right. If A4 is 440, you double the frequency to reach the next octave, right? I'm almost positive that's true. Am I could be wrong? So, yeah, if A4 is 440, A5 is 880, yeah? A6 would be 1760 and then 3520 or whatever. Yeah, 3520. $25K sound for comparison. Whatever you're about to play, nobody on stream should be able to hear. Yeah, we can't, or I can't hear it. If you can hear it, you are in the top 0.0000001% of chat. 15 kilohertz is what I guessed. It's probably not even quite that high. No, it's not even that high. It's not even 10K, I don't think. Oh, it's much lower. So this is like... Oh yeah, you like these high frequencies? It's between 8 and 10K.
Isso ainda deu?
So it'd be maybe G9. Maybe. So why would they say G10? Wait, where did we get this music video at? What did we click on to get to this music video? Or her singing this song or whatever?
You trying to
Did we just click on like a related thing? Does anybody in the comment section correct this? Nope. The highest I can hear is 16 kilohertz. Am I deaf? It should start to slope off at around... It's anywhere from 15 to 20. I think 17 to 18 is where it should start to slope off. 16 is probably slight hearing damage then. If you can't hear 16, debate them. Alright, okay, we're done. You'll lose hearing with age as well, yeah. If you can't hear 12, that would be like severe hearing damage. If you can't hear 12 kilohertz, Destiny. Female singer Georgia Brown was listed in the 2005 Guinness World Records for the highest note G10 ever reached, but this claim was removed when the 2007 edition was issued. Different countries call middle C either C4 or C3. That's probably why. I'd have to see a source on that. I've never heard that in my entire life. That C4 is any... C4 should always be this in the middle, right?
The noise I make comes from these instruments. For example, this synth gives me this great sound we heard in their opening piece.
Wait, let me make sure that I'm correct. I am a source? You can't be the source, you fucking... Middle C is designated C4 in scientific pitch notation because the note's position is a fourth C. Another system known as scientific pitch assigns that... but well... Okay, show me other countries. Is that C3 or C4? Okay, I don't care about what Yamaha says. Alright, never mind, I don't care. The highest female note in the world. Oh, this is what we were on. According to my tuner, the highest note of the video is a B flat 7 at 3,700. Yeah, okay. For comparison, a G10 would be 24,000. Yeah, we did it right. What the fuck is this G10 talk? It could be due to YouTube compression? What? No, fuck off. Wait, what? Hold on. Whoa! I actually almost had a degree in this area, so we can call this guy as bullshit, right? Generally, when compressing / lowering the file size of an audio file, an easy and effective way of saving space is to simply remove any frequencies louder than 20 kilohertz. First of all, louder is not the correct term here. We're not talking about decibel. We're talking about frequency. We're like, what are the words? I forget the exact, like, engineering words. Not amplitude of the wave, but, like, length or whatever. But louder is not the correct word to hear here, because we're not speaking in terms of decibels. We're speaking in terms of frequencies. But that's okay. Since most people won't ever notice they've been removed, an example of an uncompressed and blah, blah, blah. So if somebody is singing a note, at 20 kilohertz, and we run through, I don't actually know what the abbreviation for this shit is. I think it's this, right? Yeah, because HD is hertz and then K for kilohertz. If we were to run an algorithm that compresses it by chopping off the higher frequencies, which is pretty common with MP3. This is what MP3 does. It'll oftentimes discard data above 15 kilohertz or whatever. What would happen is you would lose this note entirely, right? Because if you're singing at 20 kilohertz, there is no fundamental frequency to sound. So any type of compression that eliminates anything above this cutoff will render this note inaudible. You won't hear it at a lower frequency. That doesn't make sense. Right? Yeah, actually, I think it's K and then capital HZ, because hertz is like a name or some shit. Would a 20k plus sound turn into a 3k sound? Nope, because that's not how pitches work. This has other frequencies contained in it, right? The octave above, the fifth, and then like weird sub pitches past that. But higher pitches don't have lower ones contained in them. There we go. We did it. We scienced our way and used our music degree to win a Reddit comment. Post a comment? No, I'm good. Oh, I will post a comment. Music school dropout here. Got him. So this is absolute bullshit. Georgia Brown, Brazil has a vocal range of 8 octaves extending from G2 to G10 is verified at a Key Jazz Atelier music school. So no human being can hear G10. It's not possible. Human range, the upper echelon of human hearing should be around 20 kilohertz. G10 is well past that at like 25, and even 20 is very, very rare to hear. There's no, unless they verified it with, I guess, a machine, but how could she even practice singing up to that high or know that she's singing that high if she can't hear that pitch? Also, if somebody says technically not a musical note but a frequency, this reeks of autism because all musical notes are frequencies. The full range was verified by music experts using a piano, violin, and a Hammond organ. This is not true. You can't, because pianos, violins, and organs won't play frequencies that high. Maybe on a violin you could play a harmonic of that frequency, right? Because you're playing overtone series on higher pitches, but that doesn't matter because no one can hear it. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're done. What do we...
Or I can link up several synths via this sequencer to produce a sophisticated backing track at the touch of a button.
Just because every note is a frequency doesn't mean every frequency is a note? Whoa. Are you trying to logic me? Are you trying to philosophy me there, dog? If I have a premise that every note is a frequency, and then I say 25 kilohertz is a frequency, therefore 25 kilohertz is a note, then that would be invalid logic. I agree with you. However, I'm pretty sure every frequency is a note and every note is a frequency. I think you can assume both of those in a premise, and then if I give you a frequency or a note, I can translate it to the other one, right?
Or...
Wait, what? Hold on, this is a good meme. Let's enjoy this in its entirety.
The noise I make comes from these instruments. For example, this synth gives me this great sound we heard in our opening piece. Or I can link up several synths via this sequencer to produce a sophisticated backing track at the touch of a button. Or I can faithfully reproduce chunks of sound called samples and play them just like you would any other machine, using this machine, a sampler.
Yeah.
Not every frequency is a note. Frequencies can be between notes. Maybe. Depends on how anal you want to get here, bro. Because there is music notation for microtonal. I mean, arguably, you could argue that technically there's an infinite amount of space between two notes from a mathematical point of view, right? Yeah, you could just make an arbitrary symbol. So, boom, boom, boom. Like that would be a note between these two, right? Do, do. Wait. Right? I think that would be between those two. I can't sing microtonal shit. But people make music out of it. We listen to it sometimes on stream. We used to listen to this song, right? Hafu can hear these pitches. And so can Reacher, because they have perfect pitch. Fucking shitters. Kill them. Hold on. This is microtonal, I think. I'm pretty sure. I have a really hard time hearing what is or isn't. I can too. Refo 4. Do you really have perfect pitch? I'm sorry. These are off or whatever. When I say hear it, I mean like hear it and understand it. I'm sorry, I don't mean hear it as in just like hear it. I mean like hear it and like understand that this is something that, I guess if you don't have like musical training, maybe this doesn't mean as much to you. How do I tell if I have perfect pitch? If you've got perfect pitch, it means you've got the ability to remember notes. So like, so somebody would be like, what is a C? You'd be like, oh, C, you would just know it, right? And be like, oh, that's a C. Or like, what's a G? I'm only doing relative though, that's cheating. Or an E. But it's off pitch because I don't have perfect pitch. Would be F. Do. Yep. Do would be C. Do. Oh fuck, that was off. Whatever. You get the point. This is microtonal shit, but I don't know if you can hear it, I guess, if you're not used to listening to it. There's a lot of like interesting theory between like what it, like in terms of like thirds and whatnot. Like we don't really want to get into, never mind, this is kind of boring. When you think of like there are ratios for the pitches to make them very nice sounding. And what we use is we have a tempered system where we kind of use math to divide up the notes. In order to get scales. Do, do. But the problem is that when we divide these evenly, what you get is you actually get some intervals that don't really sound as good as they could. So for instance, a perfect fifth actually sounds really good, right? So if we listen to it. I don't like this sound shit. Hold on, I'm sorry. Ah, fuck, whatever. When you listen to like these like fifths and fourths, there's no vibrations, right? So the more vibrations there are, kind of the more off it sounds. So like a minor second. Right? This sounds so bad because you hear that woo 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 woo. Do you hear that, right? Woo 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 woo. The oscillations of the waves, right? Because when you overlay the if you were to graph these the waveforms on top of each other, every point where they cross, right, is where you're hearing those little oscillations, those little beads. Tritones as well, right? Minor fifth or well, diminished fifth or augmented fourth. So when you have these things called major thirds, a major third is supposed to be a nice sounding, a cool sounding, like a happy, good thing that works really well, right? But because we use an equal tempered system, your major thirds actually sound kind of bad. They kind of sound like shit. If you listen to a major third, you actually can hear oscillations. I can't display it as well on my piano. Hold on, we can find a video. Hold on. I bet this guy has got like an explanation of it. This fucking dude? Oh, never mind.
Are we rolling? Hit me. Oh, you know, like that it sounds like really warm and wonderful.
Fuck. There's things like barbershop quartets and stuff that will slightly alter some of these pitches to make them sound cooler, nicer. Where you can get, you have a major third, like C and an E, but really You don't want to play, if you were singing in a choir, in a really good choir, you wouldn't actually, or if you're playing in a good orchestra, or even a good wind ensemble, right? You wouldn't actually play an E. You would play an E, but you would play it slightly flat, and that would actually bring the ratio in much better so that you wouldn't have so many of these beats. This guy's got like a really good video explaining it, but I'm never going to be able to find it, dude. Oh.
This is the sound and visual image of a pure harmonic third, an A and a C sharp.
Oh, we'll listen to this. This might be it. I think we've listened to some stream before, actually.
This is the tempered version, as played by a modern piano or guitar, clearly out of tune.
Can you hear like the beats, the pulses?
This is the pure harmonic fifth, an A and an E. And the tempered version of a fifth, again, out of tune. When we put these mistuned tempered intervals together in a major chord, you can hear the rough and restless quality that Helmholtz referred to.
You hear all that jaggedy bullshit? It's harder to hear on a fake piano, but like you hear it, it's like, it doesn't feel good. It's not as good as it should feel, right? It works, I guess, like if you're not really thinking about it, it works, but this isn't really, like, this isn't like a perfect...
And restless quality that Helmholtz referred to. The pure chord rings true, every interval in perfect harmonic balance.
Notice on that chord, you don't hear any of that weird pulsating bullshit, right?
When we put these mistuned tempered intervals together in a major chord, you can hear the rough and restless quality that Helmholtz referred to. The pure chord rings true, every interval in perfect harmonic balance.
Wow.
Let's hear a simple chord progression in the false, tempered tuning.
Really? That was garbage.
And now that same progression automatically retuned by Just Tonic.
Now, the God mode.
Just Tonic and tempered. Just Tonic. This is the final cadence of Bach's Prelude No. 1 in harmonic tuning by Just Tonic.
Is this what auto-tune does? No,
And
so...
tempered. You can hear the restless beating in the chords.
Okay. This is all like really niche shit that not many people care about, but... auto-tuning. So what auto-tuning does is there's a couple things going on with the human voice. When you sing, any normal human, if you're not straining your voice, let's see if I can produce a note. There's natural vibrato in like every human voice, right? You can kind of hear it going like, as I'm like exaggerating it, but it kind of like vibratos a little bit, right? So if you were to graph somebody singing like a C major scale, right? I almost put H. It would look a little bit like, kind of like this, up to this. We'll assume that we're not going like or something, like not dragging the notes, whatever, but like cleanly singing each note, right? If you could imagine it, every wave, you would get like these kind of waveforms on every single note, right? What auto-tune does is auto-tune kind of turns any waveforms I shouldn't say waveforms. That's not correct. What autotune does is autotune turns all of your frequencies into like, it'll look like a step function. So what you'll actually be getting is these kinds of things where when you sing a note, the pitch that you're singing, these don't represent waveforms. That's not correct, right? These would represent changing waveforms, right? Or kind of some kind of like calculus a little bit, right? These things would actually represent changing waveforms. Could you say the derivative of the functions? I think. Whereas these waveforms would be 100% steady with no vibrato whatsoever in every note. That's why when you listen to something with autotune, it sounds like a robot. It doesn't sound quite human because you're getting absolutely zero change in any of the notes that are being sung. It sounds like a robot because everything is exactly the same pitch throughout the start and end of the note. Does that make sense? Somebody said Neil deGrasse Tyson has a video on this. Like if I were to graph the waveform of me singing a note, I don't think I can do this correctly. I don't think I can do justice to this. If I were to graph a waveform of me singing a note, what word am I looking for? Would this be amplitude? The area under the curve here, or there's a different word for it, right? If I were to sing a note, I don't want to say amplitude, the integral or whatever, right, of these waveforms would all be slightly different, right? The integral would grow and shrink. The integral would grow and shrink, right? As your vibrato, as the pitch falls, the integral grows, and as the pitch rises, the integral shrinks, right? Because the waveform is kind of changing. Oh, modulation, I'm sorry. Because the modulation is changing, right? But what autotune would do is it would make it so that every single modulation is exactly the same on whatever pitch you've pegged it at. Right? Is that correct? Does that sound like a, I think? I've forgotten all like the exact words. Oh God, on philosophy. Why? On autotune? I don't think you can really graph it because you're singing a bunch of frequencies at once due to overtone. The overtones aren't relevant to our conversation here. Overtones will exist in every single musical note sung ever, so it's not really relevant in the conversation.
Our love was like a supernova.
Yeah, I sing.
In the nebula of my soul.
Okay, I'm not great.
But now
Maybe you mean the average frequency at any given time? Well, an average frequency at a precise moment in time, this is like the calculus terms now, right? That's what calculus is. It allows you to take an average at like a discrete instantaneous moment in time. This is like the reason calculus exists, right?
Find her heart is like a big
Let's see how Hayes describes it.
hole.
All right, I'm terrible. But here's what I'm wondering. If digitally you can remove red eye, smooth over wrinkles, make people look thinner, then why don't we have the technology to make me sing better?
We can fix Neil.
This guy invented a way to do it.
We can fix Neil's pitch. He's still gonna sound like Neil though.
I don't know what this video we're talking about. When most people, can I sing horribly off pitch and call it exaggerated harmony? No. So, when you, that's part of well, wasn't that literally why calculus was invented? To allow you to take something and measure infinitely small points in time? Wasn't that like the reason for the invention of calculus? It's not the average at an instantaneous point in time. That makes no sense. It gives the rate of change at that point. Well, oh fuck, dude. I don't remember any of this shit. Well, when I say average so like if I go 10 miles, right? Let's say that I go 10 miles in an hour. We know we went 10 miles an hour. But let's say somebody says, "Well, how fast did you go for 30 minutes?" And I'll go, "Oh, well, I went 10 miles an hour for 30 minutes. But what if your speed goes like up and down or whatever, right? Well, let's say that, you know, like, and I can measure like, okay, well, how fast did you go at 30 minutes? Okay, well, now we can take this average speed, but how fast did you go at 15 minutes or at 10 minutes or at 5 minutes, right? When you want to find the quote unquote average speed, I understand why you say average speed doesn't make, but I want to know how fast did you go at not 5 minutes or 2 minutes or 1 minute or 1 second. I want to know exactly how fast you went at an infinitely small point in time. This is like why calculus was invented originally, right? I thought this was like the point, or this was like one of the reasons why the invention of calculus happened, was to measure things at infinitely small points in time. It's a major use for it, but who can say why it was invented? Well, can't we say why it was invented? This is the first... Who was the dude that did it? Fuck, I should remember these. The guy. Who was the guy? Not these shitters. There were two guys, but then there was like the guy that most people look at. Isaac Newton. I was going to say this, yeah. Why did he make it? The product rule and chain rule, the notions of higher derivatives and Taylor series and analytic functions were introduced by Isaac Newton in an idiosyncratic notation, which used to solve problems with mathematical physics. His idea to suit the mathematical idiom of his time, replace calculations infinitesimals by equivalent geometric augments, which were considered beyond reproach. This is essentially what we're talking about, right? So he kind of he invented calculus in order to measure infinitely small things or whatever, right? Right. So he solved the problem of planetary motion. It was invented to solve the problem that you just explained. Okay, fuck off. Let's listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Electrical engineer and inventor Andy Hildebrand designs pitch correction software. He calls it auto-tune. Pitch correction? Is that a euphemism for fixing bad singers?
Yes, we fix bad singers.
Keep in mind that pitch correction, auto-tune is like an extreme form of pitch correction. I don't know how much they'll say here, but like you can correct any pitch, but the more you correct it, the less natural it will sound because the more you're applying a change to the waveform, right? I imagine like really expensive technology can probably do it a lot better than it used to be able to. But auto-tune is a form of unnatural pitch correction where you're hardcore forcing it into like a very narrow, like no change in the fucking meme or whatever, right?
I visited Andy at Antares Audio Technologies in Scotts Valley, California, where he and engineer Justin Malo showed me how it works.
Great. There you go. You did that.
That wavy line represents the exact frequency of my voice. This line shows where a perfect A should be. So not too bad.
He's right dead nuts on in tune. Look at that.
So how does a computer know that?
When you hear A, you're hearing 440 vibrations per second.
So somebody at the beginning of time said 440 vibrations per second is an A.
A.
Okay.
A.
So if you sing or play a pitch at 440 cycles per second, the computer calls it an A, and it rests on this line. B flat would go on the line above it. G sharp below, and so on.
Now I find her home.
When you're out of tune, the notes don't fall so neatly on the lines of the grid. That's awful.
Well, it's creative. It's creative, okay?
Supernova.
Those lines are me singing the word super.
Supernova.
My pitch is all over the place. If anything, it's closest to this note here.
Neil, you sang an F, which normally is okay if you're in the key of F, and we're not. So we moved your F to an E.
Supernova.
So Justin gently nudges it down to where an E would be.
Supernova.
You're changing the frequency of the sound that came out of my vocal cords.
Actually, yes.
Christmas, Christmas.
Changing pitch isn't new. You can change someone's voice by fast-forwarding on a tape recorder. But you sound like, well, a chipmunk. Pitch correction software lets you change the pitch while keeping the essential tone of a voice the same. And so, although few engineers are willing to admit it, pitch correction software like auto-tune has become an indispensable tool in most recording studios.
It's been used by a lot of people. Madonna.
Celine Dion.
Wait, he won't respond because he's talking out of his ass? I have 2 degrees in mathematics? And he said nothing wrong. Oh, okay. I don't think I've said anything really controversial. Wait, what's going on? This is like isn't this the first thing you learn in calculus? Like, the first thing you learn is like, whoa, well, we have calculus because we wanted to calculate infinitesimally small values or whatever, right? Why are we fighting over this? Can we just be friends?
Viva McIntyre.
Okay, I don't know how we got off on Talos. All right, we're done. Okay, we're done with this. Somebody wants to debate you in the Discord? What do you want to debate about? Okay, I'm in here.
Poor and crime-ridden.
What do you want, Mercablator?
Oh shit!
I want to debate you.
What do you want to debate about, dog?
I honestly wanted to make I wanted to make the issue because I heard you were good from a friend.
Oh shit!
At debating.
Yeah. About what about?
It's up to you, really.
Well, I mean, it's up to you.
It could be up to me, but I mean.
Yeah, well, you're the guy that came here, right? So wouldn't it be up to you?
Okay, so I said we could debate about how the black community brings most of their the issues upon themselves.
Sure.
Really.
Okay, let's do that one.
Like racism.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let's do it. How do you think the black community brings racism on itself?
By as a community.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna say a majority, but a good amount of the black community actually commits harmful acts to other people.
Okay.
And the other people could be in the black community or not.
Okay, so
like it could be like any race.
So you think that the black community brings issues onto itself because a lot of black people kill a lot of other black people?
And white people.
And white
sometimes.
people. Sometimes. Okay. If I rephrase anything you say, I'm just trying to understand your argument. So if I say anything incorrect, feel free to tell me that you don't agree with my interpretation.
Right.
Okay. So why do you think more black people kill black people and white people than white people kill white people and black people?
What was the question? Why do more black people kill black people and white people?
Why are black people more violent than white people?
I couldn't say really.
Well,
they just are.
Do you think it's like a genetic thing? Or do you think it's like a socioeconomic thing? Do you think it's like a socioeconomic thing?
You could say that. I mean, that is the cause, really, if you have to boil it down to something.
Okay.
But it isn't something that is not avoidable. Is the issue?
Well, sure. I mean, technically,
it's totally avoidable.
Well, maybe. But if we pin it on socioeconomic issues and we don't say it's intrinsic to black identity, we can kind of say that black people had a much different socioeconomic start in the United States than white people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably not necessarily black people's fault that they had that start, right?
No, it isn't.
So how do we blame black people for causing black problems?
Because it's a choice, is why you blame them. It is a choice. If you have to, I mean, when somebody does something, whatever it is, good or bad, it's always a choice.
Okay, who do you think has a higher likelihood of choosing to invest in a Roth IRA up to the federal government maximums every year to maximize their retirement potential? Somebody that's born into a wealthy middle or upper class
somebody
family?
Who's born into wealth, yes.
Sure. So
they have wealth.
If our choices are,
but that doesn't mean that they couldn't. It's just a choice.
Well, it's not
we're
a matter.
Not talking about.
Yeah, sure.
We're not talking about likelihood.
Well,
I mean that's a cop out, really.
Is likelihood really a cop out?
They could do it. They just don't. Is it? Yes, it is. It's only statistics. It doesn't define what you can do in your life, really.
No, but I mean, like, we can point to like probabilities, like.
Yeah, but probabilities are only those. They're only probable. It's not what's going to happen. It's not what you can make happen, right?
Not necessarily.
It is. I mean, if we, as a race of human beings, the choice in most situations is really what defines us as human beings.
Sure. In terms of speaking to an individual, like, I don't disagree with you. If I was talking to an individual, like, I would tell you to do what you can. Don't be a victim of your circumstances. Try to make as much out of your life as possible. But when looking at like all of society, we can kind of accept that statistically speaking, certain people will act in certain ways, right? That it would be pretty extraordinary for somebody born in a multi-million-dollar family to become a crackhead that is homeless, right? That would require extraordinary circumstances, right?
Yes.
Much the same way that somebody that's born into a crackhead single-parent family would require extraordinary circumstances to become a multi-millionaire, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, if we can point to kind of like these generalities, it seems kind of strange to say that every single person in a certain circumstance could rise above. Like, that just seems like really extraordinary to me. Like, that you could say every single person born in these circumstances that leads to all of these, like, pretty obvious
Are you saying
behaviors.
it's unlikely or it's undoable?
I'm saying that it's unlikely, statistically speaking. It's
But
possible.
that's not the issue here.
Well, but it kind of is.
The issue is choice. It's not. The issue is choice. They have a choice. They just don't take it.
But is it reasonable to expect every single person that's born into these types of environments to make the correct choices to become, like, middle-class, well-off people? Is that a reasonable expectation?
Reasonable?
Or possible?
It's not. Is it? Yes, it's possible.
Well,
It's not really a matter of reason.
But it's like never happened in all of human history. Like, when in all of human history has there been like a whole class of poor people who are like, I'm going to make better choices, and then all of them became
Human history is not that old, so I mean, it's not something that couldn't happen. That's the issue.
Okay, well, in the 13,000 years of human history spanning multiple civilizations, it seems like that's never happened. So wouldn't it make more sense to do things that we kind of know work rather than hoping that something happens that has never happened before?
It's not a hope, though. You're saying that like the people who are in these situations don't have a hope to change their situation, which they do.
Well, depending on who you are,
there are alternatives to committing violent acts to get money.
Depending on your situation, though, it might be very, very, very easy to do that. And so
yes, and that's the issue. It's easy.
I agree. So we would want to give them environments where it isn't easy to make those choices, rather than expect that they would choose. Well, it depends on what specifically you're talking about. I mean, access to higher quality education, access to better jobs, a better.
Does that make it less possible to commit these acts? I don't think so.
Yeah, I would say so.
No.
So somebody like me, or somebody that goes to like a private school, is probably never going to be a drug dealer, right? Or you agreed to this proposition earlier, right? Somebody born to a multi-million-dollar family is never going to be a crackhead, right? Or they could be, but it would be extraordinary for them to wind up in that situation, right?
Yes, it'd be unlikely.
Yeah, but somebody born to like a single-parent crackhead household probably has a much higher chance of like being a drug dealer or something, just by virtue of circumstances, right?
Can you say that one more time? Sorry, I was distracted.
Somebody born to like a single parent crackhead family with crackhead friends in a shitty city with like shit jobs and a public school that's falling apart. Like, this person has a much higher chance of turning to something, turning to some kind of crime, right? Because it's the easiest thing to do, right?
But it's still a choice, though. It doesn't stop becoming a choice. You're saying the probability in these situations is not high, but it's still a choice.
So the problem is that you ever play like any role-playing games or anything like that?
Mm-hmm. I like a lot of those, dude.
Okay, so like you say this word choice, and when you say the word choice, it sounds to me like you're making a choice sound like a 50-50 thing. It either happens or it doesn't. But the choices that we make in life are very heavily weighted, which you seem to kind of agree with, but maybe not totally. Yeah, so like, for instance, the multimillionaire choosing to become a crackhead, this is like a less than 1%. This is very, 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 very difficult. This choice, he would have to fuck up monumentally, right? Whereas a poor person, depending on the environment, how fucked their environment is, choosing to avoid all crime, choosing to pursue higher education, choosing to, get out of the ghetto and, move into middle class, whatever. These are very, very, very difficult choices to make. These aren't 50-50 choices like, well, I just have to choose to be a good person and that's fine. I can just do that. Like, these could be really difficult choices to make, no?
Yes, but does that stop them from being choices, though?
No, but I mean, like, we don't, but like, reasonably speaking, like, I don't think it's reasonable to expect a whole group of people to make very, very, very difficult choices.
It's not about, how's that unreasonable?
Because we don't expect anybody else to do it ever. You're placing an undue burden on a whole class of people that you would never place on another group of people.
But it's required. It has to be done, though. You understand that, right?
Well, I don't know.
It doesn't stop it from being their fault. They have a choice. It's just a harder choice. It's not. No matter how unreasonable it is.
Though, like, how fair? That doesn't sound very fair. I mean, to some extent, we have some responsibility for our choices, but like, there are people that are born into circumstances.
If you get put in a bad situation, and you decide not to get out, is that the person who put you into the situation? Is it that person's fault that you don't decide to get out?
we can share responsibility on whose fault it is, but like, I mean, the punishments aren't equal for bad decisions. Like if I drive 100 miles an hour and I get a speeding ticket, like I can pay it and it doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't matter. But if somebody else, you know, that's like super fucked, somebody living paycheck to paycheck gets a speeding ticket, that could be like 3 months of their life fucked up now because they got a really bad speeding ticket. Like when you say like make good choices or like, you know, like whose fault is whatever, you know, like if you're born into a really good situation, you can make a lot of bad choices and still be okay. Whereas if you're born into a really fucked situation, fucking one bad choice can end your life, right? Look at like recidivism in prisons, for instance. If you've got a rap sheet, right? If you've got a criminal record, like damn, that fucks so much of your life up right there. That's why so many people are repeat offenders.
Right.
So it just seems like telling a whole group of people to just make better choices when you never shoulder that burden on anybody else and then expecting them to be able to do it successfully. That just doesn't seem
Who else should be but it's their burden to shoulder though, you know that, right?
No, I don't agree with that. I'll shoulder some of it if I can with the form of tax money or fucking what, I don't know, any other policy way or whatever we can help out.
That's fine, but you're not though. The majority of people are not you.
Well,
so
that's why we have government policy to force people to like the mandate for healthcare.
I agree, but it's not reasonable to actually enforce a policy to help those people.
I think it's reasonable.
A lot of people would not. Okay, but most people don't agree with you.
I think that's what the political debate is about, right? Look at something like the Affordable Care Act, right? Like why should I have to pay for a type 1 diabetics treatment? Like let this dude die at 20. Like it's not my fucking problem, right? I mean, I could make that argument. But I think as a society, we're okay with all shouldering some of the burden to make all of society better off, right? In ways that help all of us, because it's better to do that than have a bunch of random people dying, you know?
No, I think it's close to 50-50 on that, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, right now it might be.
I mean, I'm not one person. I'm not a person who talks to a lot of people. So, you know, I'm not hip on how people feel. Like the actual majority, but I know how in my group of friends how people feel, and in that group of friends it's 50-50.
Sure. And I could even buy that, I guess, if you go by like presidential election results, maybe you can say it's like 50-50, but I mean that would be the argument that I would try to make. You don't want to be the king of ashes, right? You want to be part of a civilization where everybody is doing well, gives you access to better employees, gives you access to better job markets, better markets to sell goods to. Like it just seems to make everybody better off, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just people texting me. I'm
no problem.
Getting distracted.
No problem.
You say that last part one more time.
So like if everybody in your city is doing well, then everybody else in your city will do well as a result, right? You've got more customers to sell things to, more employees to hire.
Hopefully.
More places to open.
That's how it's set up, but not necessarily.
Well, yeah, necessarily. Would you rather set up a business in like Lithuania or a business in, you know, San Francisco? If you've got the ability to, right? You've got a much better customer base in California.
But that isn't what you just said. You said if you have a place that is doing well, it's just going to be doing well like across the board.
Well, yeah. So like, let's take my city, for example, right? I can use a personal example, right? In my city, middle and west is all white people, rich people. South is Hispanic people. North is black people. North part of the city always has the worst crime. It's a shithole, pretty much. The housing is worth shit. The businesses there all suck. Our police spend all of our time there, right? Now, it's easy for the middle, and the western people, and even the Hispanics are going to say, fuck them, and let them deal with their own problems. We don't care. But if the northern part of my city was doing better, if I was a constructor, I'd be able to build better houses out there. If I was opening up a business downtown, I would be able to hire people from North Omaha. I'd have more employees to choose from. If I wanted to start a business, I could go to North Omaha and open a business, right? If this part of the city was doing better, everybody would have more opportunity to make money from them.
Opportunity, right? But what happens if people just don't take those opportunities?
Well, I mean, I believe in the power of the free market, capitalism, so I think people would take advantage of those opportunities.
But they might not, though, right?
Well, I think they would. I'm a capitalist, so I mean, that's what I believe.
I understand, but they might not. What if their culture says that they don't? What if their culture says that they shouldn't?
Well, sure. I mean, these are things that I guess like behavioral economics tries to address. Like, but I don't believe that culture of intense racism still exists in the United States, such that somebody wouldn't open a business in North Omaha. I guess it could.
No.
Maybe like
I'm saying, what if somebody opened a business that somebody who was impoverished could work at, but their culture dictated that they not?
I don't know.
And this is
I was saying that's why I'm saying that if these people weren't impoverished
in the black community, this is the issue. The main issue is that culture dictated that you not.
Well, yeah, but
really
it wasn't. But
issue.
it wasn't just about culture, right? We kind of stepped back from this. Like, why is black culture worse than white culture? What's the reason?
What's the reason? Honestly, it's the way that you earn money is important.
Okay.
Really. And some ways of earning money are not as accepted in the black community than other ways.
Do you really think? Well, okay, so why?
Why? Because it's more. I don't want to say reputable, but it's more like, I'm not sure how to phrase this except for reputable, but it's not.
But like,
that,
I'm asking,
word
like,
isn't.
why is it more So like, I'm trying to get back to like, do you think it's
Why? Because in the eyes of their peers, it's better to not do those things.
Okay, but why do black peers feel that way over
things.
white people?
I'm not sure. They don't actually see the like, maybe they don't see like the benefits that they can actually get by accepting these opportunities, right?
Sure.
But I don't think that they don't see. I think they just choose not to see. They choose not. I think they do see in the black community. They just opt out.
Okay, but if you give black people access to good education, decent families, you get people like Barack Obama or any other like wealthy black person. Like, do you think that given like ample education and financial opportunity and vocational opportunity to write good jobs, that they would make better choices typically? Or do you think that like people that are born to like, you know, decent off black families will go and be drug dealers?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Do you think that like
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Do you think that people that are born to like well-off black families will run off to become like drug dealers, or?
No, but that isn't the majority of the community.
Sure. So, but it seems like we're not talking about something that's special to the black community. It seems like we're talking about a socioeconomic thing. No?
Yes, but in the U.S., in which case we're talking about mostly the black community, and I guess other minority communities, which would be, I guess, the most closely related is the Hispanic community. Not all Hispanic communities, but like I think the Mexican community. But it's important, the culture that these communities have will dictate what they will and will not accept.
Okay, I can agree with that, but this is different than your other than what your opening proposition, because now you're making my argument. Now you're saying that they have a certain culture that makes it hard to make certain choices.
Hard, but not impossible, though. That's what I'm telling you. If it when it stops becoming an impossibility, that's when it stops becoming a choice, right?
But not all choices are weighted equally.
We're not talking about weight. If it's bearable, then you should. If a weight is bearable, then you should. I mean, really.
Okay, let's say that I give a test to 10 students, okay, and let's say that I give a test to 1,000 students, okay, and some student, okay, and for this test, if you get 2 answers wrong, you fail the test, okay, and now let's say to half the students I give them a test with 10 questions, and to the other half I give them a test with 100 questions, right? And if you miss 2, then you're out. Is it fair to say that the people with 100 questions, because they missed 2, well, they made bad choices?
We're not talking about what's fair. It's not fair.
But isn't the point?
It's not fair. It's not fair at all.
But isn't the point of society to try to create as fair a society as possible? Isn't that kind of our goal for living in a civilization? Like.
Yes, but it's not it hasn't happened yet.
No, but that's what we move towards That's why we have a progressive tax system. That's why we've got social structure, right?
But it hasn't happened yet.
But we're much closer to it than we ever have been at all.
That is true. but it hasn't happened yet.
So shouldn't our goal be to continue to move in that direction?
Yes, but it hasn't happened yet. We're talking about stuff that is. We're talking about the choices that they can make right now.
Okay, but usually when we have these discussions, or when I have these discussions, my goal is to try to get some sort of policy, or not even necessarily policy, but like what is the attitude moving forward that will make things better off, right? So so you want, I mean, hitting
the attitude moving forward is for the black community to educate each other on the correct ways to do things, and because again, they will only listen if they actually respect the person they are listening to, right?
Sure.
In the black community, they don't really trust other communities. Not really. They don't feel like they know the struggle, in quotes.
Okay.
So they will only listen to people who are definitely part of the black community, and definitely either part of or not anymore part of their culture. So the only way for you to educate them is to educate them within the black community. So the only fix will come within the black community. And this is why it's the issue with the black community. This is why it's the black community's fault. Because the only fix will be within the black community.
But it's their fault, even though it's not their fault that they're in the position they're in now?
Right. Which is what I'm saying. If somebody puts you in a position, is it their fault that you didn't decide to get out of that position? No, it isn't. It's your fault. Right?
I mean, that sounds pretty brutal, but
that's the truth.
I mean, but there's some blame to be shared. It's not like you're single-handedly, unilaterally assuming all responsibility for that position. I mean,
for being in that position, sure, but for being getting out of that position, it's really, I mean, in this case, it's up to the community to do it.
Okay.
That's the issue, the major issue. It has to be within the community.
I guess I just don't see how that could ever possibly happen.
Yes, but I mean, honestly, it's something that you could only get if you were a part of or have seen the innards of the black community, to be honest with you. It's not something that you could it's not something that you could pick up on if you weren't. Sadly.
Are we allowed to chat as well?
Well, I don't know. I guess I mean, I guess I don't know. I disagree so much with like your entire philosophy that I don't really know how. We would have to like back up and like hash out like really fundamental thoughts, I guess, because we're arguing like really high level concepts, like things like your responsibility to act a certain way in society is a really high level concept that would be an abstraction from like how much responsibility do you have for a particular situation if somebody put you there. I guess we have like a lot of disagreements about that kind of stuff. Does that make sense?
I understand, but it's not about responsibility. Do you understand? It's about ability. The person who is in the hole does not lack the ability to climb out of that hole. That's the issue.
So, sure. So here's my problem, I guess. I guess I'll try overarching concepts like in a pragmatic way. We know that people act certain ways given certain environments, and we know that it's very, very hard for people to act outside of or independent of their environment. These are things that we generally assume to be true, and all testing and psychology have more or less verified that we are very, very much prone to like peer pressure, social pressures, right? We know all these things to be true, and then we come to a real life problem where we have a certain group of people that seem to be making bad choices. It seems like it's better to augment their environment so that they can make better choices rather than just tell them, hey, make better choices.
But I told you no amount of augmentation will actually fix this issue.
So you think that if black people were given wealthy environments with good schools and were making lots of money, they would all still choose to be drug dealers?
I can't say for sure.
Why?
But it is a possibility.
Why do you think that?
Because I've been inside the black community. It's just not something. It's not a part of their culture.
Okay,
really, it's not something they respect. It's not something they would willingly embark on.
So
it's not something that they'd actually do.
But if it's not intrinsic to a black man's nature, if it's not intrinsic,
I didn't say nature.
Okay, but that's what you make it sound like. But like, what is like black culture is largely a response to issues that they've faced in America, right?
Yes.
So like, if black people were put in a situation where they had access to wealth, jobs, and education, why would you think they would still like be drug dealers or kill people on corners and shit?
Because it's not something that they respect, is why.
So you think that even if they had lots of money,
not the young black community,
so you
not
think
the young black community. No, that's not something they don't respect. That not as much as the songs and whatnot make it sound like they do. They respect the hustle more.
Okay, so if you had a whole bunch of black kids being born to decently wealthy black families and they had good schools and all of that, why would they make these choices? Why would their culture not change?
They would effectively have been stripped out of the black community. I mean, they'd still be in it, but they wouldn't be a part of the majority.
Well, yeah, because the majority
and not only that, but if by saying that, you'd have to also strip the parents of their culture so that it didn't pass down to the children.
Do you think?
And that's not something money can do.
Do you think Obama has that culture? Or like Will Smith has that culture?
Will Smith, yes. Obama, no.
So you think like Jaden Smith is going to grow up to be a drug dealer?
Hip hop artist. It's not too far off.
You think a hip hop artist is not too far off being a drug dealer? When I say drug dealer, I mean somebody that like works on corners.
The way they respect it is not too far off. But he didn't grow up to be like a scientist or something, right?
Well, I mean, his dad's not a scientist. His dad's an actor, a musician.
Right.
So it makes sense that he would grow up to be like an actor, musician.
Because and like I told, but Obama's kid will be something different.
Yeah, because
it'll be as far as possible. Really, I think. Also, Komsky Reader is muting his mic and saying the N-word. I don't know if you want to allow it on this.
I just didn't say before I banned him.
All right.
But so like you just admitted that like Obama's kids will probably grow up to be like politicians or something, or like law professors or something, right?
Possibly.
So,
but more than likely, yes.
Yeah, because their dad started in a really good position.
Mm-hmm. But again, they have that choice.
Well, but the choice for them is way easier than.
Right. But they still have the choice, so they could grow to be robbers, bank robbers.
But for them to choose to do that would be very, very, very difficult. They would have to fuck up like really hard.
And stupid.
Right? Yeah. I guess my problem is that like you're saying like people have the choice to do something, but like people born into certain circumstances, their choices are so much different or non-existent sometimes.
You're saying they're easier.
Sure, much easier.
Mm-hmm. But that's not the issue, though. It's not. I mean.
Well, but that is the issue. We don't want people to have difficult lives, right? We want people to. We want to enable people to make good choices easily, right?
Yes, you do. But I told you, even if you were to give them the tools, they decide not to use them.
Okay.
Not in the black community.
So I'm having a really hard time understanding this, and I'm not trying to keep going back to this. But when you keep saying that,
you go back to whatever you got to.
Okay, you keep bringing this up like it's part of like the nature of the Negro, like the black person will always.
I didn't say that.
This.
I said it's the nature of the cult. It's the culture.
Okay, but we say that like Obama's kids won't make these decisions. Obama is black. His kids, I assume, are black. Michelle Obama is black, and they're not going to make these choices. But you say that other black people, if you give them money and education, are going to make horrible choices because of black culture. Why can't black culture change?
How did Obama get in his position?
I think I imagine his parents were probably hardworking and he had a good education.
And how did his parents get into that position?
I don't know. I don't know his history, his lineage.
Somewhere down the line, one of them made a choice to better their lives, actually change the way that they live. They change the things that they respect, right?
Okay.
And this is what needs to happen in the black community to make sure that it doesn't happen again. If you give people tools that they might not use, then they won't hand those tools down to their children.
Yeah,
right?
I don't disagree, but
so what is the issue?
Not everybody can be Barack Obama or Barack Obama's parents.
Why not?
Because it's really, really, really hard.
So
it's unreasonable to expect that everybody could make those decisions.
It's not about expectation.
You just said you expected all of them to do it, though. No.
You're continuing to talk from from the outside in. This is the issue, Destiny.
Okay.
It has to be from the inside out. You have to know you have to know why, like exactly why.
Well, I mean, I guess like in knowing why, I would assume that it's being part of a culture that's been impoverished and disproportionately policed and kind of disproportionately fucked in American history.
Yes, but that's still the culture, though.
Yeah, but I think that the culture is largely a response to your environment, right? So if the environment changes, maybe the culture would improve?
No.
Why
because the culture dictates that it doesn't.
What about like
That's
Irish
why.
and Italian people that were fucked in America in the 1900s and should have eventually turned that around and everything was fucked? Like, I mean, so there's just no way. So the only way for
They made the choice, and they turned it around.
Okay, so why is the explanation?
As a community, they made the choice, and they turned it around.
So even if we put a bunch of black people into a city, let's say we created a city, then we filled it with black people, and the city had lots of jobs, good education, good housing, and all of that they would still choose to, even though they had good jobs available to them, even though they had good schools with extracurricular activities, that all of them would say fuck that, and they would still choose to go and be drug dealers everywhere. That they would do that because fuck, hold on, I'm sorry. I banned him.
You get a lot of those?
Just when I'm streaming, people will jump in and they want to actually.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. But it depends on what type of black people you put in there. If you put it in there, a group of black people with the culture that I've described to you, then I'd say devolve. From my point of view, not from theirs though.
I guess I would hope that like as the society around you improves, that your culture would reflect that. Your culture would start to improve as well.
No.
What if we looked at like
culture doesn't improve.
How
culture
not?
changes. It changes.
Well, but
it changes
sure.
from one culture to another.
Sure, it changes. But then I hope the culture would change.
Yes.
Yeah. So I would hope that like given a good environment with access to good shit, that eventually your culture would
possibly
change into something better.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what you can hold, but I don't think it would.
What if it takes too long? Sorry for interrupting. Like, maybe how to speed up the process.
How to speed up? Are you saying what's the answer?
Or what would make the process quicker, I guess, to make people make better choices?
You'd educate them, like you said. But this does not guarantee, and I don't think it'd work. But this does not guarantee that they change their culture.
So how do you do it?
You do it from the inside out. Like I told you.
So
you do it from somebody who is respected in the culture.
Sounds like you need to get to work.
Well,
I'm not known. Nobody knows me.
All right, hold on. I'm moving down to your private channel. All right, sorry.
What's
We
on,
shouldn't have been doing
what's going on Twitch chat?
Oh no, I moved out. Sorry. We shouldn't have been in a public channel.
Oh, okay.
No one else can join this. Okay, I mean, I guess it just seems like then we just kind of have to sit and wait and not do anything, and then hope that
You would. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything you or any really government official who's in charge of enforcing policies could actually change. To be honest with you, if it was possible, I'd think it'd be done already. I'd hope it'd be done already. Right?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of people that argue against doing anything at all, so we have to fight the same battles over and over again.
But the issue, and this is the point of having this conversation, is that it's not something that somebody from the outside can change. It's something that somebody from the inside has to change.
What do you think about things like stop and frisk?
Are you asking me if I think they're right or wrong?
Yeah.
In the black community, it's only. Are you asking me like anywhere? Or?
So do you live in the United States?
Yes.
I'm just asking because you're black. Are you a black person?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say you're in New York City, and let's say that you step out of a BMW, and a cop walks up to you, and he's like, "Hey, like, put your hands in your car. I just want to see what's going on." Do you think he should have the right to do that?
I'm sorry, one more time. Oh, if somebody asks,
No, you pull up in your BMW, you get out of your car,
Right.
and a cop walks up to you and is like, "Hey, like, I just want to see what's going on. You have like a registration for that car? Can you put your hands in your car? I just want to make sure everything is safe. I just want to feel you out." Do you think he should have the right to do that?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know what the issue is. It's for the person who's frisking safety.
Yeah, but you're an
and the other
American
person's
citizen.
safety.
Why should you accept this guy
Yes.
frisking you for no reason? You're literally you're literally guaranteed under the Constitution to not get fucked by cops like this. Why do you think that's okay?
Because I don't see the issue with it. Is why.
Okay, let's say that
Personally.
you go to work, okay, and
Right.
you have nine other employees. All of them are white.
Right.
All 10 of you pull up to the same building every day, and all your friends
Right.
get out of their cars. They go to work. You get out of your car. You're the only one where there's like every week or whatever, there's always a cop that stops you and he just wants to like check, like, I just want to see like license and registration. I just want to make sure everything is cool. That you think that's okay?
What you're really asking me is is it okay to discriminate?
Sure.
Yes.
What? Why?
Because they are more likely people. If the situation is that person with that skin statistically are more likely to have a firearm on them or a weapon, then you should do it. You should, because it just makes sense. That's why.
Yeah, but you're constitutionally guaranteed as an American citizen. You're not a black American.
You could say that,
or
but when in an actual situation, it doesn't matter really what the Constitution says, because this person could have a firearm, and they are more likely to have a firearm if they're of darker skin, and that's just how it is. It might not be right, like morally or constitutionally even, but does it make sense? Yes, it does. That's something you can't argue. I don't think.
Well, I mean, I would argue.
I heard
it.
you were good.
Like if I was, I would.
I'm ready.
Well, no, I don't. I don't think you should accept that. You're an American citizen. If he doesn't, you're not a. It's not like there's a special provision for black people that says that they don't get these constitutional rights. Well, I guess until slavery and the Civil Rights Act there was, but like at this point in time, like a police officer shouldn't be able to just stop you because you're black and demand stuff from you that he wouldn't from a white person. That doesn't seem.
Do you know why there's more black on black violence? Besides the reason that black people are more likely to be around other black people.
I feel like that would be a really high part of it, but why else?
Because black people know that other black people are likely to have a firearm. That's why.
Wait, do you think
because
that like when black people
they'll
kill?
shoot first.
Well, but it's not like black people walk around looking for black people to kill. It's
Yes,
probably a
but
lot of it is like
again,
related to gang
they
and
are
drug
near.
shit.
They are nearer to other black people than other other races.
Yeah, but it's a proximity thing, right? If you're drug dealing in Baltimore or
some of it.
Detroit or
Some of
something,
it.
you're probably not
Some of
seeing
it.
very many like white gangbangers or some shit, right? You're not seeing like a lot of white kids like slinging like dope or some shit, right? It's probably mostly
Right.
black people in these areas, so you're more likely to run into somebody else for violent crime, like another black person, right?
Yes. But I said I am more a part of the I am from the outside, the inside looking out perspective, right?
Sure.
So I know that another black person is more likely to have a firearm.
I guess, but like this, not you're getting into like a cyclical thing here, right? If you look at
Yes.
like a lot of like fucking rap music and shit from like what, like the 70s and 80s and shit, like a lot of the early shit was like influenced very heavily by cops treating black people like shit. And now you're saying that like, well, you know, maybe black people should be treated like shit by the cops, right? Don't we just kind of perpetuate this culture then?
Until the culture is abolished, yes, that's just how it works.
But how are you going to make black people like the cops if you're saying it's okay for the cops to treat black people like shit?
That is an issue that has to be dealt with again within the black community. It's not something that can be fixed from outside the black community, because in a black
I'm sorry, guys. I'm
community,
80s,
like
90s, not 70s, 80s, 80s, 90s.
within one of the community members' eyes, why would you trust somebody outside of the black community? Right?
I mean, I guess I don't know. Okay, I feel like there's a lot. I feel like we would have to go like really deep into like philosophy, because there's just like a lot of things that because these are like really high level concepts. I think we would.
I mean,
have
not really philosophy. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm tired, but you have to go deep within the community, because it's not something that is nothing has preceded this.
Well, like, so
nothing like there is no.
So like philosophically speaking, if I was a black person,
Yes.
I don't care
Okay.
what black people do. I wouldn't want to be treated un-Americanly. So I have a right
True.
to travel. You can't stop me. If a cop were to
True.
pull me over and say, hey, you know, I just wanted to see your license and registration. If I say, what did you pull me over for? And he's like, oh, I'm just making sure everything was okay. And I would say, okay, well, fuck you. I'm leaving. Like, every American has the right to do that. If I'm black or Hispanic, there's no reason for him to pull me over and ask me for that shit. I would tell him to fuck off and I would drive away. I think every person should have that right. I don't think that just because you're black and other black people might be fucking around, all of a sudden you forfeit a whole bunch of your constitutional rights as a result of that. I think that's...
It makes sense to me. I don't know how it doesn't make sense to you. I mean, it's just...
Well, it wouldn't make sense to me because I would be an American citizen that was guaranteed certain rights.
But you'd also be black.
Okay, but that doesn't mean shit. I'm still get the same rights as any white person. At
It
least
does, but it means a lot, though. How can you dismiss this? It means a lot. It means that you're more likely. I mean, we were just talking about circumstance earlier and probability. So how do you not get it in this case? But you got it earlier. How do you not get it here?
because if you don't, because the cop doesn't have to pull over random black people and ask them their shit for any reason. Like,
it's easier to assume, right, that the black person would have a firearm because that's just statistics, right?
Okay, but that doesn't mean you could go and violate their... Let's say that I took my kid to the park. A cop can't walk up to me because statistically speaking, white people are more likely to be pedophiles than black people and say, hey, show me, like, I want to do a boner check real quick to make sure you're not, like, getting off on these kids in the park. And I can't be like, well, fuck you, this is ridiculous. Be like, well, white people are more likely to be pedos than other people, and you're a white dude at a park, and you're a man, so I'm going to do a quick boner grab. Like, that wouldn't be okay, would it?
I don't think that's comparable because it's not the variables are not the same. That's the only issue. The white people are a majority, right? So there's just more of them than black people. So it really, in that situation, it's like you're unlikely to accomplish anything by doing that. Whereas a black community is a minority.
Well, but the problem with stop and frisk was never even shown to be effective. That's why I got so much shit in New York City. Stop and frisk was never even shown to be a very effective policy. Like you're wasting
Okay.
money and like hiring all
But
these
that doesn't
cops.
mean. But that doesn't mean that they. I'm not. I don't understand. That doesn't mean that the cops are wrong for doing that to black people. It doesn't.
Oh, okay.
They're just more likely to have firearms. There's. I mean, how's this an issue? You know that, right?
Yeah, but I mean that still doesn't give somebody the right to revoke my constitutional rights, I guess.
Okay, but we're talking. Okay, without considering the Constitution, I know this is a big leap for you. This is like something that might not be doable. But without considering the Constitution and without considering what's morally right?
Mhm.
Because morals will not stop you from dying, from not being thorough, right?
Well, then I guess
And you're
if you
living.
want to maximize your survivability, I guess you just shoot the cop when he approaches your car, then, so he doesn't go crazy and shoot you. Since some cops
I
seem
mean,
to
you
like doing it
could.
to white dudes or to black dudes.
You could, sure, but we're talking about when it comes to a cop stopping a person, and they are more likely to frisk the black person because they are smart enough to know that the black person is more likely to have a firearm. They're not worried about what the Constitution says. They're worried about if they're gonna die right now or not. That's what they're worried about.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I mean, this comes back to a question of philosophy again, right? A police is a function of violence that is enacted by the state that gets its power from the Constitution. So to ask me, like, how to deal with a cop whose powers are all ultimately come from the Constitution is like, that's a really hard. I guess like my argument totally falls apart. Then I guess at that point, sure, they can racially profile or whatever. But,
Okay.
But I mean, like, that's kind of like asking me, like, well, how would you treat somebody with a gun if bullets didn't exist? I don't really know how to answer that question. Like, police exist in a very roundabout way. Their function is an extension of the federal constitution. So without
Okay? So let me ask you: are you saying it's smart to not do it? Is that what you're saying? You're saying it's smart.
It's not necessarily about what's smart. It's about what's
Is it not?
constitutionally right.
But the Constitution will not save you from death. Not in this case.
Sure, but I mean, just
Right?
we have to be careful in terms of what we make permissible. Let's say, for instance, a cop walks up. Let's say a cop pulls you over for being black, and okay, he pulls you over. You're a black dude driving an expensive car. He pulls you over, and he's like, "Yo," and then he notices you got a bong in the back of your car. Like, the fuck is this, dude? I'm gonna search your car. And he pulls you out. He searches your car. He finds some weed. Takes you to court for it. Right? Do you think that he should be able to prosecute you for finding that weed? Like, he found weed. There was weed in the back of your car, 100%.
This is a different issue. I think this is different magnitude.
Okay, well, what if it's like a gun in the back of your car?
One leads to death, right? One leads to death, right? And that's the main issue. That's the key issue. So I mean, I don't know, honestly. On the second issue,
sure.
But on the first one, because I'm not gonna say, like, I don't want to be like a reverse racist or something like that. But I'm just saying that they're more likely. So yeah, I guess it does make sense.
Okay, but we would say in the United States, we would say no, because that encourages cops to do dirty shit in the future to catch people. Like, if that happened to you, the cop wouldn't be allowed to take you to jail for that.
But you just said he found the weed though, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. He found the weed.
But it doesn't matter. If you go to court for that...
Yes, it does. He found the weed.
But it doesn't matter. If you go to court for that, your lawyer will ask...
He found... Destiny, he found the weed.
It doesn't matter, though.
Yes, it does. He found the weed. Destiny, he found the weed.
If your lawyer asks the cop, why did you stop him? And the cop says, oh, well, I didn't have a good reason for stopping him. It doesn't matter what he found. The evidence would be inadmissible. It would be thrown out. You'd get to walk. Because we don't want cops.
This is why it's different magnitude, because in the reverse situation, they could have a weapon and they could kill you.
Okay, but even
right.
I guess. But
I mean, not the reverse, but the other situation. They could have a weapon and they could kill you. That's the difference. That's why the Constitution is not as important. And if I'm to be totally honest, this is probably why it's practiced.
But the problem is that the
Because
practice
in
was
reality, the Constitution is not going to help you from not dying. Because black people are more likely to have a firearm.
Well, maybe the Constitution will
That's
keep
just
you
how it
from
is.
pulling over black people for no reason.
Yes, but it's, well, I guess. But that isn't the issue. You already pulled them over.
Well, but what? Maybe just don't pull them over unless you have a good reason to
Yeah.
do it.
I agree.
Well, but the whole point of stop and frisk was pulling over black people just because they're black, because you want to check them out and see what's going on.
Oh, was it? I didn't know that, dude. I'm sorry.
Well, that's why I said if you went to work and 9 white people got out and you were the only black person, you got frisked every time and your white friends didn't, he'd be doing it just because you were black.
Okay. I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
But are you asking me how does this matter when it comes to whether or not the black community?
Well, we were just talking about, I guess, like in particular, like stop and frisk, I guess, like as something that maybe could change that would help the black community, right? Black people have a really shitty opinion of cops. That's part of the culture. Maybe that's a reaction to cops having a really shitty
I'm
attitude.
sorry, I lost sight.
No, that's okay.
Maybe, but it's not practical.
It's not practical to have black people not fuck with, or to have cops not fuck with black people?
Yeah, it's not practical. Because no matter what you do, they're still going to be more violent. So no matter the policy you change, it won't happen instantly, you know? And there's a good chance that you can stop some crimes by enacting this policy. That's the issue. Until you change the culture, that's when you can stop doing the stop and frisk, right? But because it doesn't happen overnight, right?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Well, hey, do you have any other issues you want to talk about, or?
No, man. I'm happy you had me in here, dude.
All right. Well, hey, I enjoyed the conversation, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you later, man.
All right. Goodbye.
That whole debate was a waste of time since he keeps insisting that you need to understand the black culture from within. He should have just go debate with Barack Michelle Obama instead of a white Twitch streamer named Destiny.
Okay. We don't want to go this way? How do I know I don't
But
want to go?
Destiny, he found the weed.
People are saying I don't want to go this way. How do I know I don't want to go this way? He found the weed. Fuck me. Oh shit. Turtles. Hey, fuck this, not yet. We'll come back here.
Would you be down to play honor mode with somebody that won't slow you down? I'm down for a challenge.
No, I'm good. I'm just soloing this, buddy. Appreciate it, though. Okay, so this is gonna poison me every time I cross it? Or is it this thing down here? Nice. Can you please? Wait. Wait. Oh no, did I just... Is that like a fire arrow or is that just a normal arrow?
Boring.
Was that... Did we just have a debate with forethought? Oh. Did I... Is there no... Oh. Did I hit all of this area then? I got all of this area down? I didn't miss anybody?
Please. Your Godwoken has asked you a question. Answer him.
Need I repeat myself?
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
Oh, this is the lady.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Stay silent, you.
Can I make bad choices that will get me
pinches
killed?
the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of
Do they
blood
grow their
fall
tongues
against the
back?
dagger's edge
Could
and
we have
quickly
won
fall
that
to the
roll? Did
ground.
we fuck up?
She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Is there a way to save her?
Yes, Your Holiness.
I believe we're done here.
Wait, why does this guy have a collar thing?
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
Wait, what have you done with your life? Play Division 1 soccer. Wait, who's... Okay. Oh no, I should have looted with the other guy, right? I fucked up, didn't I? God damn it. I'm sorry, I'm just reading my Twitter. Use Fenny to get the leg? Oh, Fane? Wait, can he eat things and get... Yeah, I didn't think Fane was an elf guy. Have we talked to this dude yet? Hey.
Hey, mister. It's a lot nicer here than that stinking boat. I'm sure glad some of the others made it out alive too. I never want to set foot on a Scorpio boat ever again. Never.
Okay. I think we've done pretty much everything here. Should I go tell that lady that that one chick was killed? I should tell her that, huh? I don't remember where the passage was. Wasn't it around here where we killed the dude? Oh no, it's over here. Okay, you're saying I can set this on fire? So this guy, searing daggers, shoot 3 flaming daggers. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Ignition sets enemy characters around you on fire. Oh, including allies? That's kind of spooky. Play dead? Wait, is this actually using knives from my inventory? It's not, right? Oh no, it's all on fire. Okay, there.
If she is not here before the setting sun, I fear Magister Atusa forgets us. I see. I see. We hope for nothing then. We wait for nothing. I like to be alone now.
Is she gonna kill herself?
The elf uses her palms to wipe away.
Do you know the homeland? I wish to take my little one there.
There's nothing left.
The elf uses her.
Do you know the?
Is she gonna kill herself and her kid?
Everything has a heart, except lizards.
How the fuck am I supposed to get that treasure chest? I don't think I can walk through that, right? Wait, Corpse of an Elf. We haven't been down here before, have we? I don't think I can walk through that either. Oh, cave. You get a skill that can let you teleport? That's the only way to do it? You need teleport? There's really no other way to get it? You can explore this in full later? All right, boys. It's time to end our run.
Can you feel it? Can
Turtle!
You feel the darkness
Oh wait, maybe she's cool.
approaching? Does it cast a long shadow on you as it does me? My heart thrusts over as if I've been violated by nothingness itself. It threatens to consume me. It threatens to consume all.
Oh. Well, that's kind of spooky. Good thing we can talk to her, I guess.
What's happening to these turtles?
Oh.
They're transforming.
This is my wizard guy. They have no magic resist at all. This guy's 51 HP. If I oil this dude, will he not be able to move to us and attack us, do you think? Maybe he won't be able to get far enough to attack us? Feigned basic attacks are really strong. I wish there was a way to tell how strong your attacks were. They're immune to slow? Examine. Resistances. I don't see that. Ignite doesn't include allies? Really? Because when I cast it, they kind of turn blue, right? Press E to see damage? Is damage just going to be what it says here? 3 to 4 poison? Look in your character sheet to see how hard they hit. Press I. Like, is it just under the damage here? It's going to do 3 to 4 damage? Go to the attributes page. Damage 5 to 6. Oh, from weapon 3 to 4. Okay. Is this going to be physical damage? I think I just want to attack first. I just want to kill them. Wait, how much damage did that do? Oh, like 16? Wait, if I would have used my oil shit and then the flame daggers, would it have done a ton more damage? Would it have exploded it?
Glory is mine.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We're gonna die. It's all over. Wait, is this hurting my own teammates? What? No! Can I re-roll this attack? Can I Alt F4 redo the turn? No, I don't want to perm death my characters like this. What happens if I quit here? You hit the oil in the ground? I don't even know what this is gonna do. All right, we'll learn the rules one saves come at a time, okay? F5 for quick save, F8 for quick load. I don't know if you can do that on the honor mode or whatever. Jesus, that's so savage. Wait, how far back does this even put us? Does this game like never autosave? Holy shit.
I know nothing of it. Stay back, sorcerer, and stay.
We know you've been helping.
I do not cut my. If you can tell. Discount.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Quietly muse?
Stay silent, lizard.
Atusa pinches.
Stop! The fate, Alice.
Yes.
You can do a quick save in honor mode? Oh my god, it worked. Okay, so I guess we can F5 and F8 or whatever.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. I do not. If discount.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Atusa pinches.
Stop! The fate, Alice.
Yeah.
I believe we're done here.
Okay.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere. Listen.
Send us your children.
Oh, this is the ladder that me and Mr. Moisture went up. Okay, we went down here and we talked to a kid, right?
Hey, mister.
Okay, we don't care about this guy, and then we went to the meme mode. Alright. To the secret alcove over here. Okay, how can I tell if something is going to exhaust something from my inventory? Like, I see this, are you just supposed to know? Like, how do I know, is this fire arrow actually using an arrow from my inventory? I don't know if I can get a final party member without going into the city yet. So I just have to know it's going to? But so the fire arrow does, but the daggers don't. It seems kind of random. Because the fire arrow is an item in your inventory. Okay.
If she is not here before the setting sun, I fear that I...
The elf uses...
Do you...
Okay. Alright. Okay. So even though we talked to this turtle, everybody is a piece of shit.
Can you feel it? Can you feel the darkness approaching? It threatens to consume.
Wait, give the lady the body part? Wait, I can give her that body part?
What's happening to these turtles? They're transforming.
Okay, so you're saying that I can both, so I could fossil strike this guy to oil him, and then I can do fire daggers. Will they all do bonus damage, or just the first one, or? He's got 20 life left. Okay, so he's pretty low. And now I have oil around me. So if I do stuff that fires my shit up, then it's really bad. If they have oil, I should probably assume that he has fire attacks, huh? If I run and battering ram that dude, I'm gonna get Cuccarino, Fuccarino, Cappuccino, right? Knockdown blocked by fucking physical fucking armor. Okay, so this knockdown is blocked by physical armor, but I'll destroy his armor with my knockdown. Will that still impact? Will that still knock him down or no? Yes, it will knock down. Okay, so he is knocked down. Okay, he is burning. So now if I use my Dragon's Blaze, it would be a bad ombre. But I could move here. And then use it? How can I tell if that's gonna set it on fire? It wouldn't, right? That would be really dumb, right? This shouldn't set that on fire? How can I tell? No? Am I still in the oil? It will? Why will it? It won't, correct? It only sets on fire if it contacts the surface. It won't. Okay. This is just gonna shoot its armor. It's not even gonna do anything, right? Like, it'll literally do no damage. Unless I use a fire arrow. How can I tell how many arrows I have in my inventory? We'll probably push I and check. Is this literally one fire arrow? Is that what this is, or? Elemental arrows the ground. Wait, what? I can't do that and then both. Target a surface enemy for 1 turn. Elemental damage matching that surface is added to your ranged weapon. Yeah, I can't do this. I don't have the action points for it. Okay, we'll just penetrate his armor, I guess. Oh. Okay. Ignition is no good here. Oh, big guy. Ouch. 18? I could cripple him and then try to run away. 2 AP doesn't get me very far though. All cripple does is just... Well, hold on. How much damage do we do in a hit? We do 11 to 14. Crippling blow is 10 to 12 with 2 to 3 poison damage, so 12 to 15. Oh, an opportunist, so I can't. Okay. Yeah, cripple's just a root, so that doesn't really help me much. And this is 15 to 17. So I'm probably just hitting this guy twice. It's 3. I think he's dead. Right? Whoa. So what happened? Can I use like a resurrection scroll? Will that bring him back? How long do I have to use this? They explode when they die. You can res after the fight. Will he miss EXP or will he still get it? He will get EXP. What if this turtle comes and blows up both of my people then? Will we lose? We'll lose the fight, won't we? Holy shit. Wait, did he just shoot the ground? Oh, come on, are you serious? I just lost an attack. Wait, no, I meant to move. Wait, can I reload this fight? No, come on. Okay. Well, don't worry. Oh, cool, and it already starts us off right here. Oh, that's good. That's convenient. That happens sometimes in battles chaos. Okay, if you want to move, what do you do? Right click or? I just have to be careful not to click on an ability first. Just right click before you want to move. Okay. What's like the most damage I can do without using my special arrows? If I use elemental arrowhead and then shoot a fire arrow at him, that doesn't really help, right? Okay, I want to move here. Okay, here. No, here. Okay, removed. Okay, then I want to use elemental arrowheads. What? Wait, what does this do? Elemental arrows target a surface of melee radius for 1 turn. Elemental image matching that surface is added to your ranged weapon attack. Okay, so I'm gonna use this to give me fire, burning arrows. And then I'm gonna use the basic attack to shoot. That sucked. Wait, did that even set him on fire? Okay. I want to back up here to lure the frog next to me. And then I'm gonna do this. It just does fire damage, doesn't set him on fire, I guess. Okay. Play dead. 57 to 63 poison. Like, is that how much damage it'll do in a hit? Okay. Not really. Okay. So he comes here anyway. That's for you to drink, it's not a... Oh, okay. Knockdown arrow? Can I do that? Oh. No, he's got armor still. So we would have to basic attack. Now he... Oh, he has no armor. Are these arrows not like really rare? Okay, now he's knocked down. One AP, I probably want to back up a little. This guy should be guaranteed dead, right? I'm gonna... Okay, can I rest here to restore my people? Or do I have to use my resurrection scrolls on them? So if I didn't have scrolls, could I go buy a scroll and come back? Or would these people just be like gone forever? Okay, I need to be careful because I could probably like res the bullshit or something. Wait, you're free to explore, they're dead forever. Scrolls are 900 a pop, so this is like really, really costly then, huh? Jesus. So how much experience did I even gain from that? That was the hardest fucking counter, and I'm like not even close to leveled up. Wizard armor. Turtle's claw. That's a shitty bow, isn't it? Oh wait, it's a wand. Oh, so this is actually really good. It's actually a pretty big damage boost. Okay, and then if I compare it... Oh, I see. And then the wizard armor is huge. Or that looks really good, right? Okay, so on my... Okay, so I changed my mind on this. So wand guy is gonna wear 2 wands. Fuck the shield. No. Okay, makeshift wand. No, you're done with this shit-ass wand. We have... Wait, we had an improvised staff this whole time? And it gives you a new skill? Fuck. Can he use a staff? Is staff always two-handed? Staff is melee, but the skill is ranged? Stabs aren't worth it? Okay, never mind. I need a wand to do ranged shit. Does it show me like the range of the attack anywhere? Or you're just supposed to know that? $13 meters. Wait, is it saying it's... Oh, I see 13-meter range. Never mind. Oh, okay. And under staff it says 1.5-meter range. Gotcha. He has his bow on, and then we picked up wizard armor. Requires intelligence level 10, which is like nothing. I always want this guy to have the best armor, right? Okay, for being a two-handed sword, this sword kind of sucks dick, don't you think? Am I wrong? Like two-handed, I can't wear a shield. Seems kind of shitty. This bow is two-handed, right? Bow, main hand. Does that mean it's not two-handed? So can I give the shield to him? No? Why? Bow. How can you tell if something... Or is bow always assumed to be two-handed? Never mind. Wait, check the armor again? What's wrong? 8 magic, 2 physical. Your melee dude should be using a shield? Well, but I don't have any fucking... Like, I've got a knife. I have no good weapons for him. I could use, like, this shank and then a shield. Your other armor is more balanced. Oh, I guess you're right, never mind. Alright.
Swallowed too much seawater by the looks of him.
Fuck.
Foolish to attempt an escape by sea in these waters.
Oh, these brutes are bullying him so hard. First night here, doesn't seem like it'll be too bad. Found somewhere quiet to sleep. Brought enough dry bread to last me. When all this blows over, I'll be happy to say I survived it in comfort. Next day, a group of dumb brutes shook me down for my bread. We'll have to get smart if I want to eat. Next day, met an old fisherman named Rad, taught me how to make a net. Next day, Rad's gone. Next day, dumb brutes took my net. At least the meanest one got took in the night. Getting hungry. Next day, sorry. Always was a strong swimmer. Waters around here are pretty glassy. Can't be much more than a few miles to shore, can it? Steam cloud removes burning. Why would steam remove burning? The moisture in the air or something? Squelches the fire, maybe? Oh, okay. Locked. Okay. I'm holding Alt and I don't see a key anywhere. Right click chest. Oh, I can't lockpick it. Oh, maybe I can try with this guy? Thievery level 2 low? So I can never do it even if I keep doing it over and over again, right? You can also just break it when I fuck up what's inside. Shouldn't I instead try to find the key? You can break it open. Breaking it open won't fuck shit up. Ranged weapons don't take durability damage, so you could use that. And there's no downside to doing this? Gold 25. Armor, a frost scroll. Pickaxe. Okay. Lucky Charm can't activate. Yeah, okay. Oh, I don't think we ever checked this guy's body. Okay, I think we're done here. Hold Alt to see. Yeah, I am holding Alt.
Hi, Destiny.
Hi. Oh, she's got a lot of good ass shit. So if I sneak and steal items, is there like an alignment penalty or something for that, or? Not if you don't get caught? You might get caught with stolen goods? Like how? She looks really strong. Wait, you missed buried treasure? What? Like what? How can I miss? Stop and frisk. You didn't find the weed.
What's this?
Oh.
I found something.
Wait, how am I supposed to know that? I'm just supposed to like run everywhere until I...
Even the most noble among us must occasionally dirty their claws.
Holy shit, is that a lot of gold? How do I see like my total gold? Oh, I see, it's listed here. Okay, so I should like explore and walk in areas even if without even holding Alt necessarily, right? Oh, fish. Okay, I assume there will be a way to get over there later.
He hasn't changed a bit. Always late.
Okay.
Where is he?
I'm good for here. I'm going to sleep. Tomorrow. We'll play more. Have fun. Stay safe, Reno, Cappuccino, Pappuccino, Muppuccino, Happuccino, my dudes. Peace out.